This is a reading for all fire signs, so Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries placements. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Tarot is not fortune telling. I will not tell you anything that you don't already know. This is just a tool for your soul's expansion. So if you're okay with that, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading, fire signs. First, we're going to pull some overall energy cards, and then we'll dig a little deeper with some clarification, and then we'll end with an oracle card. All right, fire signs. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries placements. What's the overall energy of this reading? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Emperor. So this is a card of control. This is a card of discipline, taking responsibility for your life, being in control of your life, being in the driver's seat, being able to really step into your own power, being able to curate your own experiences through your willpower. This is just a card of being driven, a card of, I'm pretty sure this is the card of Aries, if I'm not mistaken, because it might be a Taurus card, but I think it's an Aries card. Just really taking control of your life, and because you've been through so much, now you're able to kind of sit back and take responsibility because you understand that you are responsible for your life. I think that you're wanting to offer something or move towards something that will be emotionally fulfilling for you with the Page of Cups. This is still a new energy. You could be taking a look at your emotions and understanding how sometimes you have the tendency to be immature when it comes to your expression of your emotions. Maybe you're more of like a colder, and I'm not meaning that in a negative way, but just a more like internal person. And you're wanting to express your emotions, and you're wanting to express your feelings or go after something creatively that you're how do I explain this? You're wanting to explain or show somebody something that's within you, but you don't know exactly how to do it, and it might come out a little bit immature or a little bit misconstrued. You have the Justice card here, so this is a card of the scales being balanced. This is a card of karma. So once this decision is made, once this change has happened, it's going to be final. It's not going to be something that can be changed back. There's something to do with the scales being balanced, and just something changing here, or something happening where it's like a final decision, and it's like a karmic decision. So karmically, only you can know if good or bad justice is being served. You have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like once this decision is made about whatever it is that you're trying to offer, or however you're trying to take control of your life and your emotions, you're going to be moving slowly towards creating something for yourself here with the Knight of Pentacles. This is like almost like you planted your seeds, and now you're kind of just going to wait for things to happen for you. And I do think that you're going to create some sort of foundation for yourself with the Four of Wands. There is going to be like a time to celebrate, or a time to feel like good in your stability, good in your home life. You're working towards creating stability in your home life with the Knight of Pentacles, but I think that you're moving really slowly towards that. This could be like out of stubbornness, But I do think that in the end, you want emotional fulfillment. You want to create harmonious relationships. You're hoping that once you can fix some things within your foundation spiritually and within your home life, that it will be a chance for like renewed emotional well-being. You want to be overflowing with joy, overflowing with happiness. You want to be able to show love and express love and things like that. So let's dig a little deeper because this message is not coming out so clear. I feel like things might not have been reciprocal in the past for you, and now you're kind of wanting to take control. Maybe because things in the past you haven't felt were fair, now you feel like you need to control the situation in order for it to be fair for you, fair for others. But I think that might be a little bit of emotional immaturity, because with the Justice card here, it's like that's the law of cause and effect. And so like when you operate from a controlling mindset, there will only be more things manifested in front of you that you will feel the need to control. If you allow yourself to surrender and allow things to blossom and bloom without you needing to act so much, then I think things will start falling in line for you. I think you need to maybe release control. There's a difference between like taking control of your life and being a overly controlling person. But let's dig a little deeper and get a more clear message here for fire signs. At the bottom of the deck, you do have a challenge or some sort of like you needing to maintain control again with the 7 of Wands. This is like you've reached a certain level and you feel like you're above certain things now, and you don't want to go back down, and you don't want people to try to challenge you. You could be manifesting situations where you feel like you need to defend yourself or defend your actions or defend your belief systems even. The Emperor was backed by the 4 of Swords. So I do think that this is a time for you to rest and contemplate instead of trying to control situations. I think that you need to be able to surrender and trust that the universe has a plan for you and maybe knows better than you do, and it's okay for you to rest and relax and recuperate and just really like think about things before acting on them. You don't always have to have a reaction to things. You don't always have to try to control things. It's okay to sit back in your calm energy and let things happen for you. The Page of Cups is clarified by the Hermit card. So I think that in order to offer what it is that you want to offer or create what it is that you want to create, there's something about you wanting to like propose something, or you wanting to share something on your heart, or like create something that's within you that will be emotionally fulfilling. So like, I don't know what your gifts are, but maybe there's something within you that you want to create that you're passionate about, that it is like creatively fulfilling for you to do, like tarot is for me. But there's a need to go within and seek the answers from within before acting on that proposal or acting on that gesture. Whether that's like you telling somebody how you feel or something like that. There's a need to do some soul searching and some meditation and really think about things, and don't like just reactively like go after and try to control, try to manipulate the situation, or try to like jump into things too quickly. There's there's a need for you to take one step at a time and to understand that you're not going to be able to see and control everything that's happening. You can only see one step at a time ahead of you with the Hermit card here, because he has this lantern that's only illuminating one step at a time, and he's going over these mountains and he's doing it alone. And it's like sometimes we have to dig deep inside of ourselves to find the answers that we're searching for, instead of trying to like make things happen because we feel out of control within our own souls, if that makes sense. The Justice card is backed by the World. So there is something that's going to change. There is an ending to a cycle here. And this is a final decision. This is like the final closing of this chapter, the final closing of this book. And it could be you you finally stepping into an energy of allowing. I think it's hard to allow things to come to us when we've been traumatized in the past of like trusting situations and then being burnt by that. And it's like we put our trust in these people or these situations, and then it didn't turn out the way we wanted, and then it backfired, and then we had to pick up all the pieces or something like that. That's the kind of energy. And it's like, so you're not trusting of the universe, and you're not trusting of other people, and you're not trusting that like you're divinely guided and protected by source or by the universe, whatever you want to call it. But I think that's coming to an end. I think that whether you like it or not, there's a cycle ending here where you are needing to kind of like surrender to the universe and surrender to the like karmic decisions that are being made for your best interest, that even if you can't understand it in the moment. The Knight of Pentacles is backed by the Four of Cups. This is another card of not acting, backed by a card of not acting, or backed by a card of slow progress. So again, there's a need to like slow your roll and like not act on things right now. I would say that I think that you want to take control of situations because you feel like you need to be the one to do it, otherwise it's not going to be done right, type thing. But I think that that's not emotionally fulfilling for you. I think that maybe you want to be allowing, you want to kind of like not have to like feel like you need to do everything. And I think you want to be like trusting, but I think that you're focused on the things that aren't fulfilling, the things that aren't working, the things that hurt you, and you're kind of like focused on the wrong thing right now. I think if you turn your energy towards creating something for yourself, so it's like the Knight of Pentacles is focused on this manifestation in his hand, and he's sowed the seeds, he's tilled the field, he's waiting, he knows that he has to wait and that there's no reason to rush and try to control the Knight of Pentacles understands that he has to wait and not need to control, not need to, like there's nothing you can do besides keep nurturing this garden that you're growing, right? There's no way to make it grow faster. You can't, what are you gonna do? Go give it like some steroids? Like there's nothing you can do to make the garden grow faster. So it's like, I think if you, instead of focusing on all these things that are not happening yet and not going the way you want them to, or you can't control what these people are doing or whatever it is, if you instead focused on, okay, what can I do for myself every day? What can you do for yourself every day that is going to bring you emotional fulfillment? How can you every day work towards this manifestation? Is it just sitting and feeling the way that it would feel if you had it? Is it, putting yourself in the vortex? Like, I don't know if you guys know who Abraham Hicks is, but she talks about this vortex, and you have to put yourself in the vortex, and you have to be in the energy of allowing. And so in order to do that, you have to be going downstream, not upstream with your thoughts. And so upstream with your thoughts, for example, would be like, I don't know when this is going to happen. If I don't act now, nothing will happen. I can't trust these other people to do these things. I have to take control. If I don't do it, it doesn't get done right. I'm running out of time. I don't know why I don't see results yet. I don't know when this change is going to happen. I don't like this decision that's being made. It makes me feel out of control. I need to see the foresight. I need to be able to see what's going to happen. I don't, that is going upstream. Going downstream would be like, I know that I've done everything that I can do in this situation. I know that I have done my best. I know that I have sowed the seeds of success. I know that whatever is meant for me, no one can take from me. I know that when I allow things to happen for me, they happen quicker. I know that when I get the things that are meant for me, I'm going to feel happy. I'm going to feel happy because this thing is going to make me feel so great. And like, just, imagining being in it. And also, in order to put yourself in that good mindset, because you can't go against the stream and get what you want, you need to go with downstream and just allow yourself to float through this. And in order to do that, even if thinking thoughts can be hard to like control, what you can do is do things for yourself. So with the Four of Cups backed by the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like it's like you need to focus on yourself and the things that are going to make you feel good. You need to really understand like what there's like a feeling of disconnection right now within you. And that's why you feel like you need to control the situation, because you inside feel out of control of yourself. And maybe you haven't been doing things for yourself. Maybe you don't do things for yourself at all. Maybe you're always doing things for everybody else. And so you feel like you need to keep doing that. Otherwise the show's going to fall apart or something like that. But it's like you need to put yourself into this energy of allowing by making yourself feel good. You need to do stuff for yourself every day that makes you feel aligned, makes you feel happy, makes you feel good. Even if that's just like reading a book for 20 minutes or working out or doing your hair or whatever it is. It's like there's things that that you love to do, and that whenever you're doing them you feel good and kind of the thoughts kind of go away, that kind of thing. You need to be able to do that. And also I think journaling and I think meditating. The Four of Wands is backed by the Wheel of Fortune. So I do think that once you can allow yourself to be in this energy of like, I can't control everything that's going on around me, but I can control myself, and I can control what I allow into my life, and I can control my own actions, and I can control how I feel by doing things that feel good. If I can't control how all these other things outside of me make me feel bad, I can control taking actions to make myself feel good. Maybe this thing can't make me feel good. Maybe this person doesn't do the thing that makes me feel good, but I can make myself feel good. And I think once you do that, you will align your belief system with your actions. And that's going to create a strong foundation for you. And that's going to bring you to the top of the Wheel of the Fortune, where good karma comes, because you're acting in good vibrations. So good vibrations come to you. I think that you will create this stable home life, this spiritual foundation that the rest of your life and everything else will mirror back to you. But it really is aligning your belief system with your actions. If you believe that you're the only one that can do these things, and that you have to control the situation, and that if you don't do things, then things aren't done right, and all these kind of and I have to tell them how I feel and stuff like that, it's like, then you're right. But if you feel like you can allow things to just unfold, and as long as you take care of yourself, everything else will be taken care of, which is the truth, you are right. So it's like whatever you believe is what you achieve. And so I would really look at like your belief systems here. The Ace of Cups is backed by the Knight of Pentacles again. So you have the Knight of Pentacles twice. And I think that you need to just, allow, this is like, okay, productivity, hard work, responsibility, and discipline. So it's like you having a routine of self-care, I feel like, is the message. How can you take care of yourself so that everything else can feel taken care of? Because it all starts with you. If you don't feel good, like for example, some people need to wake up a half an hour or an hour before their kids. This is just like an example. This could be you waking up earlier than normal for work. This could be you making sure that you take time to decompress after work. This could be you listening to positive affirmations in the car on the way to whatever it is that you have to do for the day, or you making sure that you sit down for your meal and have a good meal, make sure that your meal's hot, like whatever it is. It's like you need to have this like self-care routine to kind of slow things down for you and put focus back into yourself, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to have these things that you want on the outside, is if you are aligned on the inside. The Seven of Wands, it's like you might feel like you need to defend yourself and taking care of yourself, but you don't. You don't need to tell people why you have to take care of yourself. You also don't need to let your old egoic internal dialogue and like old belief systems come up, because they will when you're trying to change things, when you're trying to be like, okay, I'm gonna allow things to happen. I'm not gonna be so like controlling of things anymore. I don't want to be that way. It's not fulfilling for me anyways. It doesn't make me feel good to be this way. I know that I feel better when I just am taking care of myself and I let things happen, and I trust that other people are capable of doing things and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to put trust in other people. That's all that they need, and then they're able to prove us right, prove us that they are capable. But it's like you have to allow people, and you have to allow the universe to show you that you are taken care of. But when you're trying to change your life, your old life is trying to keep you there. Your ego is trying to keep you there. And so you're going to feel challenged, and you're going to get tested in like you manifesting situations that are going to test your new found belief system. But I do think that you just need to have the control over your own mind. You can't really control your thoughts, but you can let your thoughts not control you. You can't control like when people test you, or your thoughts tell you you're being lazy, or that you don't have time for self-care, or this is not going to go good if I don't try to control it, or whatever. That those will come up, but you can be like, I see that that's how I'm feeling right now, but I have to just keep doing what I'm doing. You need to have the control of that, because if you don't, you're going to end up making decisions and saying things that you regret, and you're going to be kept up worrying and all these things like that. That is what's trying to come back. But I think if you can control yourself, then your external world will be in control as well. It starts with you. It starts with, okay, you feel like you need to control the external world, but it's because there's something within you that is not under control. So I think if you allow all of that other stuff to keep controlling you, it's just gonna stress you out more, and you're just gonna be burdened by thoughts because you're believing one way but acting another way, and that causes cognitive dissonance, and that's just like painful. I think that you need to be able to allow yourself to go on this journey, this trusting journey, this spontaneity, this like just allowing and taking this leap of faith. And I think that you will be proved right that once you do that, things will start coming into your life and you will feel emotionally fulfilled, and you'll have all of this, like these emotionally fulfilling investments behind you, where it's like, I've done this for myself and this for myself and this for myself and this for myself, and then I've attracted these kind of relationships because inside I'm feeling this way. And you're going to be able to like hold these manifestations in reality, and you're going to be able to prove to yourself that, you know, you don't have to feel left out in the cold. You don't have to feel this pessimistic lack mindset. You can step into your fire energy and allow yourself to attract things. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card to end this reading, fire signs. If this is resonating with you, go ahead and comment below how. I would love to know. At the bottom of the deck, you have small steps, big accomplishments. So yes, the little things, it might feel like pointless at first, but it all starts with like the little daily routines, the little self-care routines, the little things that you do for yourself. You also have number 19, focus on the big picture. I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. The Visionary Hawk card comes with a powerful message about a higher perspective. The image of the hawk coming out of the eye asks you to transcend your current perception and see the bigger picture. Hawk is aligned with the lighthouse that focuses its light on the bee, which represents your purpose and desire. Hawk says you must expand your perception to encompass a higher viewpoint and focus on the thing that you want. Then victory, represented by the crown, is the only next logical step. Hawk is asking you to take control of your thoughts, stop playing victim to external circumstances, and own your truth that you create your own reality. Declare that your life is going to be the most fulfilling, prosperous, and joyful you have ever experienced. Proclaim that you will overcome all obstacles, your self-doubt, and your insecurities, because you have a gift that you and only you were created to share. Regardless of whether your current situation is less than desirable, this card comes as a confirmation that something beautiful is awaiting you. But the first step is to make that decision, to get out of your ego's limited perception. Testify to the world and yourself that something big is awaiting you. Not even your disbelief in yourself will stop you from fulfilling your purpose. You were created for greatness. Hawk's medicine asks you to immediately snap out of whatever discouraging story may be playing in your mind and immediately focus on the power of all the achievements that await you. So yeah, I think, what's it called? Like visualization meditation. So visualizing yourself achieving that thing, or visualizing the perfect relationship, or visualizing your perfect body, you in your perfect body, visualizing you doing your perfect career, whatever it is that you're trying to control and that you want to happen. Sit there and think about what it would be like to have that. Envision it. Have like 5 minutes a day where you just sit there and you just close your eyes and you just imagine yourself having that thing, and how would you feel and what would you look like and what would you do and all those kind of things. I hope that you guys like this reading, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll be posting fire sign readings every Wednesday on this channel. If you guys would like to book a personal, you can go to my Etsy. TikTok and Instagram has short form Zodiac readings posted daily. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next week.